Hi guys, today we are going to practice three-point perspective. Three-point perspective is really similar to two-point, but we have an extra point. That extra point is helping us to see a worm's eye view, like we are down really low on the bottom and we are looking up, or a bird's eye view, like we are really high and we are looking down. And you guys will notice just like the left side and the right side with the buildings before, how they got smaller as they got farther away. Now we see the top is getting smaller as it's getting farther away with the worm's eye, and the bottom is getting smaller as it's getting farther away with the bird's eye. So let's start just as we have with 1 point and 2 point perspective with the horizon line. So grab your ruler, line it up with your paper, and draw that horizon line. Mine you can see is a little bit closer to the bottom, and that's going to help me have a little bit more space up at the top. So move that line down a little bit closer to the bottom. And we're going to add 3 vanishing points. Left and right, just like with 2 point, and now we have 1 at the top. This is going to help us with that worm's eye perspective. So we got 3 vanishing points, 1, 2, 3, left, right, and top. Now we're going to add a line to the corner of for the corner of our building. See how my ruler is lined up nice and straight with my vanishing point? Go ahead and do that, but that line does not need to come all the way to the vanishing point. It's going to stop a little bit before it. And it's also going to go a little bit below the horizon line. Okay, so make sure your line goes a little bit below the horizon line and it's lined up with that top point. Next, we're going to do the left and right side bottom. So line up very carefully your ruler with the corner and bring your ruler over to your left vanishing point. Line it up with the bottom of your corner and bring it over to your right vanishing point. This is going to be the top of the the bottom of the building. This is going to be the line for the bottom of the building. We are going to erase a little bit of this. It's not going to be this huge. Now we are going to define the top of the building. So line up your ruler with the top of your corner. Okay, not with the vanishing point, the top of your straight up and down line that we drew. And mine is just a dotted line, so yours can just be a really light line would be fine. This is going to show us where the top of our building ends. And we're only going to have a little bit of this. So that's why we really don't need a dark line here. Just a really light line is going to be perfect. Now, take your ruler. We're going to decide how wide this building is going to be. Now we're going to use that top vanishing point. Okay, so line up your ruler on the left side as wide as you want that building to be. But now, instead of it being straight up and down, this is going to line up with that top vanishing point. So go ahead and line up your ruler as wide as you want it to be on the left. Line it up really careful with that vanishing point that's on the top. Same thing on the right. How wide do you want it to be on the right? Line up your ruler with how wide you want it to be, but then make sure that it is meeting that vanishing point at the top. This is what's making it 3-point perspective. This is what's making the top look like it's so far away, because the top is going to get smaller and smaller because it's so far away for us. Now we have a worm's eye view. I put a little ant on here. I should have put a worm. We're going to add some windows. So you can see the left side is aligning with the left vanishing point. The right side is aligning with the right vanishing point. And those straight up and down lines that used to be straight up and down when we did the 2-point perspective and the 1-point perspective, now they are not straight up and down, right? Everything that's up and down now is aligning with that 3rd point. So all my lines that are going to go up and down need to align with that 3rd vanishing point that's at the top. So go ahead and give yourself a couple windows, couple doors. Everything on the left side of the building is going to the left vanishing point. Everything on the right side of the building is going to the right vanishing point. Everything up and down is lining up with that top vanishing point. So give yourself a couple windows, couple doors. All right, now we're going to do bird's eye perspective. So this is going to be super similar. It's just going to be like upside down. So this time, rather than our horizon line being toward the bottom, now the horizon line is going to be up toward the top. So go ahead and draw your horizon line nice and high on your page. You can probably guess. Just like 2-point perspective, left and right, and just like 3-point, we got the extra one, but this time, like I said, it's pretty much just upside down. So this time, put it at the bottom. This is going to be our bird's eye view this time. So again, line up your ruler, line it up nice and straight with that bottom vanishing point. And again, we're not going all the way to the vanishing point. It's going to end a little bit below it. I'm sorry, a little bit above it, excuse me. And the top of the building is going to line up a little bit above the horizon line. Super similar to what we just did. Let's do the bottom first. Left side and right side. But this time the bottom of the building is going to be small. Because remember, bird's eye view, we're so far away from the bottom of the building. So let's use a really, really light line right now. Because the bottom of our building is going to be pretty small. We're going to be erasing a bit of this line. So just do a light line on the left and right side. Now go ahead and take your ruler and line it up with the top of the building. Left side to the left side with your ruler. Right side to the right side. Line it up really carefully with that vanishing point on the right and with the vanishing point on the left. And next, just as we did with our worm's eye view, we're going to define how wide we want our building to be. Okay, but this time, our 3rd vanishing point is at the bottom. So now everything's getting smaller as it gets toward the bottom. So line up on the left side. How wide do you want your building to be on the left? How wide do you want it to be on the right? And you can see this is going to be the bottom of our building. Wherever that lines up on the bottom, that's going to be the bottom of your building. So now, as a bird, the top of the building is looking quite a bit larger than the bottom. Same idea for our windows, right? Right side with right side, left side with left side, vertical, up and down, are aligning with that 3rd vanishing point. This time it's on the bottom. So this time everything's getting smaller and smaller toward the bottom. So go ahead and throw a couple windows, a couple doors on your building. And if you want to even draw a couple little tiny people down there, you can go for it. We got a really big building here on the top, and way at the bottom it looks so small because it's so far away from us for our bird's eye view. Great job, guys. go ahead and take a photo of each of these, the bird's eye and the worm's eye, and attach it to our assignment.